I'm a documentary filmmaker. So in the past 3 months, I've only had one job. At the beginning, it was just like a 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 more weeks, and you keep thinking that these 2 weeks will end eventually. And now I feel these 2 weeks are never going to end anymore. So I live in Tuduk. There is not many shops around us. There is some local shops here and there in the small streets around my home, and you cannot find much, but at least you can find vegetables if you go early. But that's all I've walked. So from my home, 200 meters down the road to get some vegetables. You can go out, you can go to bars, and very isolated. So for the past 3 months, it's just been me and her basically. So I wake up pretty late, around maybe 10. I'm Italian. It's very important for us to have coffee. I check LinkedIn a lot to search for potential opportunities. I have so many projects that need to be edited. My computer is very slow, so a lot of the time when that happens and I feel demotivated, I start cooking. And then I also try to exercise, because during this lockdown I'm just getting fatter and poorer. And now that I'm indoor, I try to do exercises like push-ups and things like that, which I hate. Time to time, it's relaxing to clean as well. You sweat a lot here cleaning. I feel like I've exercised. This lockdown has affected my creative thinking. My brain is always stimulated by so many things happening around me, because everything is new here in Vietnam for me. And you meet people, you work, you interact. And then now that I am in lockdown and I'm just here inside this house with nothing really going on, my brain is kind of like, I don't know, slowly shutting down. And days go by so fast and you have done nothing. And I feel that all this anxiety is building up in my head. For 3 days I was like, wow. I felt like my head was 80 kilos heavy and I could barely walk. I guess we don't have clear answers about the future. So at the beginning it was just like a 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 more weeks, and you keep thinking that these 2 weeks will end eventually. I feel quite lost and insecure and afraid, and that's what keeps me a bit up at night. What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? So I feel like it's a time of uncertainty, and the only thing I can do is wait. So I guess I always imagine myself traveling the world with a camera, taking pictures or video. But I didn't know how, and in my head that was something that only special people born with some sort of gift were doing, I didn't know how a film was made at all. But then when I was 25 and I was working in a corporate job in Japan, you go to work and you come home and you sleep and you go to work and you go home. And it was very robotic. I couldn't lie to myself anymore. Anyway, so me and my friends, we went camping to this island, not far from Tokyo. So you sleep on the ferry, looking at the ocean. I decided that I was going to change and become a filmmaker. And it happened thanks to the friend that was with me. So she explained to me how it works, and she convinced me, she made me realize that it was possible. So it's physical, but it's also very mental, and I've trained myself to do both, and I love being able to control the camera while I direct. I really feel like I forget about time. Athletes say like they're very nervous before a game, but then the moment that they are on the field or the moment that they hit the water, they forget about everything. And so the moment that I am behind my camera, looking through the viewfinder and filming, that's how I feel. I forgot about everything else. And finally I found my thing. And I think it's very hard to find it. So now that I know that it's this, I just can't give it up. I'm a filmmaker, you know, and I should be excited to do things, not just doing nothing. I'm gonna start post-production for one of my films, my first long documentary, which is called Mother Crocodile. And I did a crowdfunding campaign, which we got some money from. I think it's important to, well, be aware of what's going on around you in the world, not just here. When you see how much some people have lost, you know, it helps you appreciate your life more. I get a lot of support from my family. I have food. My sister is always sending me everything and more. My housemate is really helpful. She's really helping me with bills and everything. We watch TV together and we play cards together. And it's the only person I'm interacting with, so it's very important. And then my baby plants, you know, they're living things, they're living beings. And I guess the most exciting part is when they're blossoming, you know. That keeps me entertained, feel a bit in nature. When you have so much time to think, to kind of stop and reset, question yourself, the choices that you've made so far, and trying to figure out what is the best for you. That's something that we're all gonna go through, I think. Oh yeah! I think for me, the best thing was to learn how to play Monopoly.
See, this is the face of evil. Just stealing all my property.
Crazy, you know. And then it's also a good opportunity for chit chat. It's good to do something social together. I guess filmmaking, as much as my job, as more my superpower. I'm not an engineer, I'm not a doctor, but then I can express myself way better through my camera and therefore help people through my camera. I find so much relief, I find my purpose. So that's what I mean by superpower. It's my skill, it's what I can give back. So I look forward to work on shoots. I look forward to create videos, new documentaries, to run, to fix my body, to have a Negroni by the river. To have a nice cocktail along the riverside and just enjoy that moment.